Have you ever shut down a cool idea in your mind just because you fear a backlash from your team?
Or have you ever feel you're unable to say no in an activity just because you're afraid you're going to be left out? Many of us think this is a personal problem. Not quite. Have you ever heard of the concept of psychological safety?
According to HBR, psychological safety is a team characteristic where all the members of the team held the shared belief that it's okay to take risks, to express concern, questions, ideas, or to admit mistakes, all without fear of negative consequences.
So, how can we create psychological safety for a team? We're having two tools that may be able to help you. So for the first concept, we're having challenge by choice. But first, before talking about that, let me introduce you about the three circles of learning. We have the comfort zone, the learning zone, and the panic zone. The comfort zone are basically where students engage in activities that are kind of like more familiar, that they can do without effort, like going to class or brush their teeth, etc. The learning zone is a bit further than that. There might be unfamiliar activities that is challenging enough to make a person grow and learn, and it's neither too easy nor too far away that puts them in the panic zone. And lastly, the panic zone, it generally evokes the feeling of discomfort and discouragement to an extent that participants are not enjoying and they're not learning as well. And the challenge by choice concept recognizes that everyone is unique and brilliant in a different way, and their needs and wants are also different as well. And because of that, their definition of comfort zone, learning zone, panic zone are also not the same. And so it's very important that participants are the one who make the choice of how much they want to be involved in the activities. And although we encourage them to be in the learning zone, we don't want them to be in a panic zone where they're not enjoying them and they're not learning anything as well. So it's very crucial that if a member is not able to join an activity, they should have a sense of comfort that they can say no and participate in another way without feeling left out. For example, like cheering others up or helping with administering or handling the materials, for example.
So the second tool that we want to bring to you is called working assumptions. As coaches, we encourage you to initiate a conversation with your group to define what are your group's working assumptions. These will serve as some ground rules to say, hey, this is how we're going to treat one another in this group. Let the group organically brainstorm their own working assumptions. But we have some suggestions in case you need it. For example, everyone will hear and be heard. Turn off all other devices. Keep an open-minded. So those are some basic ground rules that you can set with your group. So, last but not least, let's talk about some misconceptions about psychological safety. The first one is, it's all about being nice. Well, not really. Some really nice team space can actually prevent people from speaking frankly what they're thinking, aka constructive feedback, because they don't want to kill the joy or run the polite vibe of the team, and we don't want that. 2, you must feel comfortable in the team. To open up and to voice a controversial idea takes courage and inherently uncomfortable. But psychological safety will provide you with some cushion to put your idea out there anyways.
This is Thanh.
And I'm Sarah. This is Psychological Safety 101.
And thanks for your watching.